right. It's a beautiful day to take a ride out here to the 4x4 section. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of tips too on what to do when you come out here. First thing is, don't stop right here. You're not supposed to stop here because it could really block the people getting on and off the beach, especially emergency vehicles. So make sure you air down before you get to this point. We're going by the first reserve here on the 4x4 section up here in Corolla on our way to Swan Beach. This part of the beach, this first part, you cannot stop or park. You can park when you get a little bit further down here, which you'll see the vehicles where you can park and spend the day out here. Just remember, if you're going to park and set up, you need a permit. You can get permits. I believe they sell them by the week. I want to say they're like $75. You can go to the Currituck County website and order those in advance. They only sell a limited amount. So if you know you're coming down here and you know you definitely want to drive out on the beach and stay out on the beach, it'd be wise to get them in advance. When you guys drive out here, you'll notice there's stumps. There's stumps in the water, in the surf here, and also on the beach. Sometimes they're more exposed than other times, so you do need to be careful not to hit these. There are reflectors on a few of them, but not all of them. So especially at night, watch what you're doing. You don't want to run into one and damage your vehicle or get a flat. Another really good tip is to air down. People ask, well, how much should I air down? I would go to 15 PSI. That will help you not get stuck. But also, it will help you not tear up the beach. When you come out here with full tire pressure, what will happen is you will get in this loose sand and your tires will spin. As that happens, it will create like a washboard effect on the beach. And it becomes very difficult to drive and get up and down. So we'll all have a better experience if you take a few extra minutes and air down. I know it seems like it might not be necessary, especially in a four-wheel drive, but believe me, it is. We see people out here all the time in big trucks, four-wheel drive trucks, and they get stuck because they're heavy and they're not aired down. So a simple thing is to air down, and you'll have a better experience, and you won't rut up the beach. All right, so here's the sign where you can start to park right here, as long as you have that permit. A lot of people will ask, is it okay if I bring a vehicle out here that's all-wheel drive? You can, people do it. It's not really recommended because they do sit lower, and you don't have a lot of vehicle clearance. As you can see, this car coming at me. The problem is, when you don't have clearance like this, you'll start to drag on the bottom, and once you start dragging and plowing, you'll almost certainly get stuck. So having a four-wheel drive, especially one that's lifted up a little bit, is going to help you ensure you don't get stuck. There are two tow truck services out here. North Beach Services has been around the longest, and there's also Camel Tow. I believe they'll tow you out. I think to get you unstuck and get you out, I think it's $400, so it's not cheap. So keep that in mind. So this section of the beach we're coming on now is an area called Penny's Hill, which is just to the west. And then we'll come up on a section of homes known as Swan Beach. guys are coming out here on vacation and you're staying out here on the 4x4 section, there are several entrances to get back to the homes back here. Some of the roads are more flat than others. So if you're not really comfortable with going over a taller dune, then do some research ahead of time and find one that is a little bit less flat, so you can easily get in and out. You don't want to go really fast over these dunes. You see people doing that. They're afraid they're going to get stuck, so they get a kind of a running start and they fly over these dunes. And when they do that, unfortunately what happens sometimes is they'll hit somebody or they'll hit a horse. When you come over those dunes, a lot of times they're right on the other side, and it's easy to not be able to see them. So again, have a four-wheel drive, be aired down, take it nice and slow as you go over. That way you won't have the misfortune of hitting someone or a horse. Pop in here to Swan Beach. This is Canary. This is a nice easy access to get in and out of. So we'll pop back here real quick, and I'll pop us back out. All the houses back here on the 4x4 are on well and septic. There is electricity and there is high-speed internet. There's been a lot of construction over the last 4 or 5 years, really after COVID. All right, so for those of you who are hoping to see a horse, I'll turn around because there is one in the yard up here in case you didn't see it. She goes across the road right there. property back here in the 4x4 section can go for as low as $40,000 for a lot to hundreds of thousands of dollars if you're oceanfront. The lowest price lot right now is down in Corova, and that is $40,000. It's about a third acre. Houses back here range in prices. Obviously, the closer you are to the ocean or oceanfront, the more expensive they are. The ones that are further back, you can get them nice new home for, or one that's only a few years old for $750,000, $800,000. Some even less. If you're thinking about buying property here in the beautiful Outer Banks, I would love to help you navigate that process. My information is in the channel at Living OBX.